Engines roaring, feel the beat, Ryan and John can't be beat, on the Fastlane, so sleek, gotta rev up, hit the street, ooh yeah, Fastlane, all night, feel the speed, feel the light, join the...
And we're back in the fast lane. What a busy week.
Jeez, it has been.
Oh, proudly brought to you by Breitling, our friends at Sunland Private Wealth, and of course Bettify. And what a week it's been. We spent some time for Father's Day, so all the fathers, I hope it was spoiled rotten, but we went out to a place called Franschhoek.
Yes.
To Murray and the wonderful folks out there that looked after us. By the way, not just out there, but out there in the all-new GLC 63. We've had it before for a day or two, but not in a family excursion like this.
Yeah.
What a great car. It's got the same engine as obviously the C63S, which is a 2-litre 4-cylinder monster of a vehicle. Great vehicle. Let's have a look at Father's Day out in Franschhoek.
John, I mentioned that we got to drive this car first at a very special unveiling in Joburg where Justin Jacobs took us on the road in this. The same 2-litre 4-cylinder as the C63S.
Yeah.
But this is the family one. This is the one you get, the GLC 63. Of course, when we do eventually see the all-new GLS and the GLE, both of them won't have this 2-litre engine. They're going to have the big V8.
Yeah, but listen, for this 2-litre engine, we've spoken about it before. This car, when you sit in the back, you just get this like raw emotion, like you start to giggle like a high school girl. You just can't help it every time. You know, it's just the performance of these engines, the look, the braking, everything is just exceptional.
John and I found out something exceptional. Right, for years, literally, past 2 years, we thought that the turbo badging on the side was being there was a syndicate of people going out stealing the T's of the turbo on the side of AMG vehicles. You'll see it normally says S Performance, and just above that it says turbo, and many of them would just say Urbo because the T is missing. So we thought there was a syndicate of people going around stealing the T's. It turns out that the T and the Urbo's one word, almost all the letters have stuck together, and the T's by itself. And the glue that they use for the T in summer, and when the car's moving at speed, the T tends to loosen off and fall off.
But how many dealerships have we gone to like we feel like we're doing our part?
We're doing and warning them, and there he is, the man
guys,
who's behind the wheel of this GLC 63. Now, interesting to hear your take on this car, because you know you look for certain things like how quick is the vehicle, how responsive, how the wheels feel, etc. What do you think of this GLC 63?
Well, let me give you my honest opinion. When I got in the car, when you gave it to me the first time, I got in and I drove it, and I thought to myself, I don't like this car. I'd never buy it.
Yeah.
And I've driven it now 24 hours more or less.
Yeah.
And I'm in love with it.
It's incredible.
It's crazy how this car actually turns you from not liking it to loving it because of how it does things, because of how things deliver, and because when I got in I was a bit confused. Everything was, there's a million things to do.
Yeah.
And I'm a tech guy, so I like a lot of buttons.
Yeah, 100%.
You can set the dials, you can set the way you want it to deliver the power. There's so many things in this car that just makes it amazing.
The more time you spend in it, the more you just unlock things.
I would love to put it up against my M5.
Oh, I think.
And I'll tell you why, for speed test.
Yeah, but I think M5's
different kind of cars.
Let me tell you what, I think the launch, I definitely beat it. I'm not afraid of it.
Without a doubt.
But 120 to 200.
Yeah, no, you put your foot
This
down.
thing is, that 1,100 Newton meters is on another level. It's just out of this world, completely.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Listen, we're away for a family weekend. You can hear the families in the background. We're having loads of fun at Franschhoek. We're going to find out a little bit more.
Amazing cheese platter.
Listen, Franschhoek's going to hold and take place. The biggest celebration in 2025 is happening here. We can't even give you dates and etc. because it's VVIP and it's mum's the word. But the biggest celebration in 2025, strawberry is the password, is taking place at Franschhoek. We're on a bit of a boys' weekend. We're going to talk more about the facilities here. This is a great spot just to get away with the family, spend a little bit of quiet time, kind of recharging the batteries. You're out in Franschhoek. So what's not to love about Franschhoek?
Best wine farms.
Best wine farms in the world, that you like John said. John, and by the way, if you're looking for a good wine label, no one makes it better than Ram labels. Ram labels. Ram labels.
Yeah.
And Willie, come in here before you threw the video off now.
I tried getting you honey here.
Swearing and some debauchery in the video that we had to cut out. Now, even the door shuts automatically because it knows your hands in there. Just quickly, we're out here, Franschhoek, beautiful place to be. This is my home away from home. Murray, thank you to you and your crew for always looking after us.
Thanks, Murray.
But this car, probably the perfect perfect surroundings for a weekend away with the family.
Yeah.
GLC 63S.
It's got amazing space in the back. I got my
More
whole
than
family
enough.
stuff in there,
Yeah.
which is for my family, which is crazy.
18 Samsonites.
And listen, the car just delivers. It's
And
good
the
on
looks,
fuel.
eh? Let's
and
go
it's
talk
just
about
such
the
a
looks.
sexy car. Look at this matte paint. I don't have.
That's a standard paint. That
This
matte
is-
silver
it's
is
divine. It's just.
And the rim.
velvet. And the rim is
When you
stunning.
first see it, you think,
You think what it is? It looks
works
like a beadlock
so
rim,
well.
kind
Yeah,
of, you know.
Exactly.
But it isn't, and it's beautiful.
In actual fact, they don't
I
even
launched
look
it
like
the other
21s.
day. Let me tell you. Did I tell you about launch?
No.
So I got it. You know how easy it launches?
Yes.
You put it in track mode. You literally just swing the switch. Shoop, foot on the brake, petrol down,
Off it goes.
and you're off.
Yeah.
And you're on your roller coaster. There you go.
Yeah.
Stunning. Beautiful stuff. Well done, Mercedes-Benz. More from the weekend at Le Franschhoek on the way. Doing a little bit of window shopping with my daughter Faith in Franschhoek. She's got a good eye for jewelry. What are we looking at?
Different rings and necklaces.
Which is your favorite?
I don't know.
Rainbow rings.
I think either the green rings or that necklace.
Is very pretty. Bottom line is there's something for everybody in Franschhoek. Oh, Corin spotted the blues, but very nice, very pretty.
Or
Rings.
I think I like those earrings. Those earrings there. Or the other ring. Or there's two other things that I like. Those earrings there. Not the green ones, not those ones, the purple ones here. Or the other ring is the one in the middle, not the two sides, the one in the middle.
It's very cool.
And the last thing,
Everybody.
the last thing is the one down there, all the way in the middle. In the middle.
Forever Gems, you can contact Sharon or Quibus. Forever Gems to come buy some gems out in the beautiful Forever Gems Minerals, Gemstones and Fossil store.
Oh, that was lekker.
Jeez, yeah, what an
Time
experience.
goes by so quickly.
I know. I just wanted to stay there for the whole week.
It made my
Great
whole
place.
week. I had a curry there in town, and then it made my whole week. Now, last weekend, a huge thanks to everybody at the GTI Club for looking after us. We were out there to pop in to see what they were up to. Importantly, your brother, very hospitable, showed us around the pits there. Everybody was so welcoming to the Fastlane. We love you. Thank you for having us there. We popped in. Have a look at this.
Right, Fastlane is out at Killarney for a GTI Open Day. Now, Open Day is where friends and family can come down and get a couple of laps in with the racers that race every single weekend out here at Killarney International Raceway. John Shane, your brother, is racing or going around the track today. We'll chat to him in a short while. But how special is this class of racing at Killarney?
No, it's very special. I mean, actually, you know what? As you say that, we all three brothers actually at one stage raced in the GTI Challenge, and it was awesome. I mean, it's quite an experience. And we've been chatting to some of the spectators that have managed to go in the cars. They'll never forget this day. You know, and it's either like young aspiring guys.
He's
one
about to
racer.
hop in now.
I don't know whether this is a good thing because I think once he goes in, but I mean, Bjorn's always been wanting to go and race cars. But I mean, for people that have never been, it is awesome. You'll never forget it. It's like skydiving or bungee jumping. It's the same kind of experience. But I brought out the
Big gun.
helmet.
Look how beautiful the helmet is. John, what is typically a helmet like this cost?
So this is a Stila helmet. Stila have always backed me for many years, and one of my favorite brands of helmet, choice of helmet. Remember, being a rally car driver, you have the intercom system built in with the speaker in the front. So it's slightly different, full carbon helmet. But these helmets now cost over 100 grand. But again, you can't put a price on protecting your head. You know, so if I can talk to young guys, before you want to spend and look the part with stickers and all the fancy rims and stuff, buy yourself, invest in a proper helmet because that is critical. Obviously, you know, you've got budgets, but if you can spend a little more, buy yourself something decent like this.
And you're in the pits, and look who we found. Shane Williams. Unbelievable. Beautiful day, Shane. You're going to get out on the track and have some of the fans out there with you, taking them on hot laps. Perfect conditions.
Yeah, no, it's I think it's 25 today, so the nice and track's cold, air temps warm. So, and there's a lot of family it's like a family and sponsor day here at Killarney, which is nice, you know, give back a little bit to all the fans, commentators, mechanics, everyone can't wait to go mind the car. We'll get run over in pit lane. So they all want to go around and give back to the mechanics, like I say, and family.
Nice.
So yeah, it's been a great day so far. I've taken a couple of commentators, Frank and Jordan. So
Scare them a little bit.
Yeah.
Make sure they make the right comments.
On a day like this, do you put an extra chair in the car? That chair can obviously comes in and out, but typically on a race day, that chair's not there. Huh?
Yeah.
typically, yeah, but it took me about 4 hours to fit it yesterday, so it's not always easy. When you get a bill from your mechanic for 5 hours labor, you said it can't take 5 hours, but it probably takes 6.
But also taking someone in the car, you feel the extra weight of a passenger?
Yeah, the weight of the car, I mean, you don't think it's a lot, but 100 kgs, and it's moving, so the car, the lighter the car, the better, so...
For those that are hearing that beeping noise, that's the cars coming into the pits to warn people.
Got you. I would never have known that. There we go. We're literally at the entrance to the side of the pits. How often is this pits used in actual fact on a race weekend? Never.
No, I think they do use it for certain classes. I think
you have the 8 Masters, and that we're on the other side, we're down the back straight.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's this pits get used for all the sports and GT guys. So
nice amount of turnout here.
It's beeping away here like a checkout at Woolies.
Yeah, exactly. Next customer. But yeah, it's been a great turnout for the mechanics and fans, and a lot of my what do you call it, spectators here can't wait to go with me. So I'm having the fans. I'm hiding around the corner here.
Shane's got a fans only zone at the back there with free drinks and
a
pole and music.
Yeah, ladies, lots of ladies coming around.
And more importantly, let's check your Williams Racing Team.
Unbelievable
stuff. His nephew coming to watch him as well.
Absolutely, Bjorn in the mix there as well. Lovely. Well done to all of those at the GTI Club and GTI Racing, alive and well in South Africa.
Good time in rallying those years.
The unglamorous behind the scenes things that you have to do
but I missed it a lot
to get these cars going. There we go.
It's really
John Williams in the mechanic overall over here, getting a bit of work done.
Here we go. One more. There we go. And it's on. Challenge.
So this is the thing about being at the track, is that this is pretty typical on any kind of given race day, is that there's mechanicals, one or two little things going wrong. In this instance, Rodney's just doing a quick bolt change, and as you can see, the bolt's in his hand there.
I don't know what I'm doing.
No idea what he's doing. He's clearly done this before numerous times, but there we go. Shane, this is a pretty simple procedure, I take it, eh?
Yeah, I normally have to tighten my belt after that, because Rodney's hourly rate is not cheap. He likes to go to places where there's stars on people's chests, so I don't know what that means. It's not true. But yeah, there's always something, because when you drive the car at 11 out of 10, there's always something that needs tweaking or looking after. That's why we need Rodney on standby 24/7. He can never come down here alone.
I need to get a socket. Well, look at that. He's going to get a quick socket and then replace it. Rodney's
so we got if you look down here, this is the belt that we need to replace. It drives the electricity basically to all the spark plugs. The computer system runs the whole management system and everything. So without that, the car doesn't operate.
I love this. Rodney thinks this is a party out in Belleville. He's left his keys in there over there. He's taking somebody else's keys and he's off. Nice, Rodney.
Nice, Rodney.
No, he said he's this side.
Is he out in the car today?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
So Ryan, we always talk about like big trucks in America and stuff. So
Yeah,
not often you see one in South Africa. But this is like the original Raptor. Check at this thing.
The size of this thing. Just can you imagine trying to park this at Plattekloof Village?
Check proper Fox racing shots. Check at the tires.
Proper. Absolute beauty.
I love it that it's all murdered out in black. It's black badging. Very cool.
It's absolutely proper.
Must have imported this.
And of course, getting there in an Amarok, the V6,
Yeah.
that you couldn't help but drifting sideways in.
Yeah, you got to test the vehicle properly. But also another car that we always talk about, there's certain cars we don't want to give back that we keep in the stable. That's definitely one of them. For Bucky, drives phenomenally well. So,
Huge thanks to Driving Force. Also to say that the youngest member of the Fastlane team, Bjorn Williams, was in the back. And it's always important to get a perspective of somebody in the back of the vehicle.
Yeah.
This is us in that Amarok.
In the VW Amarok, driving it as it should be on the way to Killarney International Raceway. John, very comfortable space. We keep talking about how this Amarok, they make cars that, or Buckies that feel like cars inside. They drive like sedans.
No, I was going to actually say that, Ryan. You're 100% correct. The Amarok always seems to get it right. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a Bucky's a Bucky. Don't shoot me. But this thing doesn't drive like a Bucky at all. It's very comfortable. Seat warmers, which is a plus for the good old lower back in winter.
Unbelievable.
But turns really nicely, easy to maneuver around. Obviously, these new Buckies are very difficult to get into parking bays.
Yeah.
I don't know if people struggle. As good as a precision driver I am, I have moments where I have to look out the window and just check, because you're either too far at the back or it actually only just fits in the base. But other than that, it's got all the bells and whistles. This is the 4Motion.
Sure.
It's got the nice bull bar on the back. I like the automatic tailgate. So yeah, it's got pretty much everything you would want. As you can see, fully capable, 4 high, 4 low, 4A and 2H. We'll put that to the test just now.
Infotainment system as well. I mean, it's like an iPad, a massive iPad in the middle of the vehicle.
But very nice, the driving position, you know. It's very comfortable, and I like the fact that everything's easy to use. It's not too difficult. Actually, funny enough, I must say, Bjorn helped me.
Yeah.
I couldn't switch off the automatic stop-start. There wasn't a button.
Yes.
And he went in here
And found it in the menu.
and found it. But I mean, that would be a little bit of a thing that would annoy me, because I wouldn't have been able to find it.
Speaking of Bjorn, he's in the back of the vehicle, and it's always important to hear from the back passengers if they're comfortable in a vehicle like this when driving. So, Bjorn Williams at the back there, how are you finding the comfort in this Amarok?
It is pretty comfy. It's just bumpy at the back.
It is a little bumpy, but I think that's a Bucky thing. You know, the kind of a chassis that Buckies deliver, or it's just like a Bucky thing, not an Amarok thing.
Well,
so I
to
think
take a load, it needs to be a little bit stiff.
100%. Do you know what they call that shake and that vibration? It's called scuttle shake.
Really?
Yeah, it's called the scuttle shake. And I discovered that many moons ago that the scuttle shake is
it's like the scat man.
It's like the scat. But this one, a Driving Force. What's this one priced at? Because you had another Amarok, a white one that was, I think, at $699. What's this one priced at?
This is obviously the slightly newer. I mean, this is fairly new. I think it's only a year old. This is at $850, which is absolute bargain.
Mileage?
The mileage?
It's only doing 19,000.
Just under 20,000.
Sure, that's good going.
This is well priced. I
Leather
think it'll
seats,
go quickly.
very nice. Always go with leather or with some kind of a vinyl seat when it comes to Buckies, because you do not want cloth seats. It's a mission to keep clean for the kids and everything in a Bucky. But well priced, and another amazing vehicle from Tyrone and the folks out at Driving Force.
So, like I mentioned, it was a busy time. Never mind the Formula One that's on the go, or local motor racing that's on the go, and talk around a rebuild for Kyalami to change the status of the track to one that's a bit more acceptable for Formula One.
Yeah, from grade 2, which is currently sitting at, to grade 1, which is the top tier. You can't go any higher. But a lot of money needs to be spent, you know, and where's that money going to come from? Who's going to raise the funds, as we speak about all the time, you know? It's a lot of money, and the government, crickets, you know, where's
listen,
you know,
we did have a minister that was going, we need this, we need this,
Yeah,
we need this.
where's
Now
he
we're
now?
going, well, we need this, and this is what it's going to cost. And then it's like, oh, well, is that what's going to cost? Ooh.
Yeah, didn't know that. And you need to get the nod from the government, really, for anybody to put any money up, because that's just how it works. You know, we're obviously up against other nations that have the funds that will make this happen. So hopefully we can get it over the line. I think, you know, Cape Town's a possibility as well. There's lots of chat around tracks in, you know, up the N7, up Malmesbury side. There's, you know, street circuit. And obviously we would love to see a Monaco, you know, like a better version of Monaco in Cape Town. So there's lots of talks, but at the end of the day, the money is the one that talks. And, you know, can we raise that kind of funds? And then can we afford, because again, a lot of criticism will come from local people saying, oh, we can't afford to go to our own Formula One. And sadly, that is actually the case. It won't be affordable to the masses. It isn't as it is. It's a very niche sport. And the ticket sales need to be high to pay back for a lot of the expenses.
I think you've said something that's very very valuable, and I think you need to hear this, right? And not because we're saying it, but because this is the reality of it. What John just said now is 100% right. If we do, the big if, we do get a South African Formula One, the mere mortals will not be able to go and watch it. And that is a problem, because that is where the money lies. Not so much in the sponsorship it brings, because that doesn't belong to us. That goes to the international body, that is the FIA. It's a run circus that comes to town and does what they need to do. We need to recoup the money being spent on bringing the Formula One here, and that'll be bums in seats. Look at our good friend Ian Banner bringing Formula E to Cape Town. What was the biggest problem? Wasn't that we couldn't host the event. Of course we can host the event.
Phenomenal.
Unfortunately, ticket prices needed to be high so that we could recoup costs of the hosting the event.
Yeah, we've seen it. I mean, like, look at Zandvoort, for instance. Great
No
circuit.
longer.
Max Verstappen, the current Formula One champion, the GOAT, and they can't get it onto the grid for next year because funding. You know, I mean, we spoke to Ralph. Ralph mentioned to us, actually explained it in quite a nice way, exactly that the shortfall with the seat prices not being able to be pushed up and the locals not being able to afford it, someone's got to fit that bill. So, it's a very expensive sport, sadly. And talking about an expensive sport, I mean, they're trying to promote it even more with the Formula One movie that's just come out.
Oh, can't wait to see it. You and I are going to go watch the premiere. Can't wait to see that. Maybe we'll have a Fastlane invitational if you'd like to join us. Let us know in the comments or reach us on social media to say you'd like to join us. We'll try and see if we can get a good deal on some tickets. And we all go watch the new Formula One movie. And that way we can take the cameras out and get your opinion on the new Formula One.
Because there's been a lot of opinions on the movie. But I think, look, it's good. You know, either way, I mean, it's hard to reenact and invent these race movies. But they say the technology that they used with the cameras is really cool. I see they had the premiere in New York. Max Verstappen again going testing in Spa. But Hamilton's dog, I had a laugh. Roscoe, he made it into the credits. Apparently he's in the movie, the British Bulldog, and a few others. But I had to laugh at just some of them, how they arrive at these things. You know, some of them handle it really well, and some of them look just out of very awkward. So it's all happening in Formula One. I mean, plenty to talk about.
We want to talk next week on the Fast Lane a little bit about behind the scenes when it comes to driving. As a driver, we often talk about, we had you and Max Smart both talking about behind the scenes preparation for an event. What happens post or pre the event when you look at data that's being analyzed from the cars that you're in. You managed to find some data from your racing days. So we're going to have that on the podcast next week. So look out for that. That's going to be absolutely special. To all the kids finishing exams, all the parents of kids going, yay, it's almost school holidays, hang in there for one more week. The Fast Lane will be back next week talking all things local motor racing. To all the guys and girls going out, there's two-wheel motor racing this weekend.
Mugello.
And then, of course, a bit of stuff out of Killarney International Raceway.
Short circuit and drag racing. And then we see next week the Power Series is back next weekend. So, lots of action, plenty of motorsport. Obviously, we didn't have time to talk about the Le Mans because it was just such a long race.
Crazy.
But unfortunately, Sheldon and Calvin didn't have the best race. Not down to them, not driving while they drove extremely well. But sadly, technical issues caused them to not podium. But great that they're there.
Absolutely. More local and international motor racing mixed with the lifestyle stuff you love. Like and subscribe and join us on the Fast Lane next week. Proudly brought to you by Breitling, Betterfy, and our friends at Sunlam Private Wealth.
Engines roaring, feel the beat, Ryan and John can't be beat, on the fast lane. So sleek, gotta rev up, hit the street.